Since we brought up Nolan Smith, the 4-year Duke starter, Kyrie Irving played, maybe 10 regular season games, 1 or 2 in the tourney?
I think 3 in the tournament. I think they made it to the third or fourth round.
Yeah, but I mean,
so.
he didn't
even play the opening
no.
round. So he only played, I think, 3 tournament games, I think.
Is he a number 1 pick?
No.
Is he an absolute number 1?
No.
Why?
I give you, there's a point guard on the board that is rated below him that I think is going to be a better point guard in this league.
Who's that?
Brandon Knight from Kentucky.
I mean, but he's only had 1 year of experience too.
His body style, the way he plays, he didn't have any health problems this last year. And I know you can't always say that. Greg Oden had health problems the whole time he was at Ohio State. Brandon Knight is more NBA ready right now than Kyrie Irving is.
But Greg Oden actually looked 40 when he was in college.
And, some people would even say Kemba Walker is a better fit than Kyrie Irving.
I would, as a Connecticut native and an avid UConn fan. I mean, to see his transition from freshman year into his last year, this may be a biased opinion, but I think he's the most complete point guard in the draft.
No, again, you could make the argument for Brandon Knight or Kemba Walker that you would draft either one of them guys ahead of Kyrie Irving and I understand that Brandon Knight only had 1 year, but look at his 1 year compared to Kyrie Irving's 1 year. That's what I'm getting at.
But
folks.
I mean, if this was the early 2000s when high school players could be drafted, these guys still would be in the top 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that case, Kyrie Irving would have got drafted last year.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't even be talking about him right now.
But that's why I like how the NBA made you at least have 1 year of college.
Didn't like it. I
love the rule.
I don't want to digress, but I don't like it because it takes away from college basketball. I'm sorry, it takes away from the game.
But I love when you have to make a high school superstar. Just think if LeBron had to play in college. I mean,
yeah, I understand your point.
How much money the college would make?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I understand all the points, but let's stick to the topic here. We'll say that. No, we'll say that for another show. Yeah. The Cleveland Cavaliers had the first pick overall. Got a lot of problems. Got rid. LeBron James left. They traded Mo Williams. You still have, can't recall his name, the power forward on that team.
Yeah.
I cannot call it. Forgive me, I cannot recall his name.
You weren't important enough.
J.J. Hickson. Not a bad player, but not a superstar. He's not the face of the franchise.
No.
They are scrambling to replace LeBron James. You're not going to replace LeBron James right away.
If I were running a team, which I would make your team a championship running team. You have a number 1 pick, and you're going to attempt to pick a questionable even top 5 pick in Kyrie Irving. Why don't you trade that to a desperate team and get another maybe first and second round pick for this year's draft and build your team?
This is what I would do. I go to Minnesota right now.
I don't think Minnesota would trade. They already have a point guard. They already have Rubio coming in.
True.
You know what? Maybe I don't know if the Suns can go because I know they want Derek Williams that bad. I don't think they'd go to number 1.
This is what I would do. If Minnesota wants Derek Williams, this is what you tell Minnesota.
But I don't think –
you tell Minnesota to have Ricky Rubio coming in. Tell Minnesota, give me Johnny Flynn, and we'll swap picks. The picks flip-flop because they're 1-2, so the picks don't matter. They have Ricky Rubio coming in. Do we honestly think they want to pay Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn? Because Johnny Flynn was a starter last year. He's probably not going to be a starter this year because they got way too much wrapped up into Ricky Rubio. I'd go get him. And then you don't even have to draft Kyrie Irving because you have a point guard now in Johnny Flynn. Then you can go after maybe a Kawhi Leonard, a swingman who has a jump shot. Or you can go after one of the Morris brothers.
Or you can package the trade for Kevin Love.
Ooh.
I mean,
would not do that because then it's going to knock you out of a top 5 pick. But they still have another top 5 pick.
I mean, they can trade. I mean, looking at their draft board, they can trade. I mean, Minnesota has another first round pick at the 20th pick.
Oh, they sure do. That's right.
I mean,
I forgot all about that.
they have the trading money, I should say. But since you brought up one of the Morris brothers, I've been reading a couple mock drafts. I mean, I think it's actually in our contracts that we don't have. Since we're in Charlotte, we have to talk about the Bobcats.
Yeah.
I've been reading mock drafts that have the two Morris brothers going in each of the Bobcats' first-round picks.
Because they pick at 9 and then again at 19, so their picks are 10 picks apart. I don't like the number 9 pick with Marcus Morris.
No.
He's 6'8", doesn't play that hard to me. He's not going to come in and be a really good 4 right away. And if you're going to take a guy with the 9th pick in the draft at the 4 spot, he better be Kevin Garnett. He better be Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, he better make an impact really quick. Let's face it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Marcus Morris is not going to be that.
No.
Go after a guard. Go get a swing man. They need a swing man. If Kawhi Leonard falls there, you take Kawhi Leonard.
But I don't think he's going to. You know what? I think I've seen this in a couple mock drafts, on ESPN or, Yahoo, that maybe if Kemba Walker falls to 9, I think he'd be a great addition to the team.
But here's the deal, though. If you take Kemba Walker, do you play him at the 1 or the 2?
You can do like how the Mavericks were doing with Jason Kidd and J.J. Barea. You can actually play him in
him and DJ together and go small?
Yeah.
You could do that.
And just kill teams with fast break transition.
I mean, you could do that, especially if you were playing a team like Dallas or playing a team like the Celtics. I mean, Ray Allen's 6'6", but let's be honest, he's – because he's going to run around a lot, so you can have a little guy chase him. All you got to do is get a hand in his face. You don't really have to block his shot. That could work. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad fit here. My only problem with this team, our point guard play has been pretty abysmal through the years, let's face it. Again, some people call it coaching when Larry Brown was here. I mean, Raymond Felton was here, didn't look that good. He goes to Denver, looks pretty good, goes to New York. Or, from New York to Denver, didn't look that bad in New York until they traded him. Didn't look that bad.
Well, no, I mean, they were playing more of a fast break kind of offense, very fast, and that's kind of his style. Okay, bringing up Jimmer Fredette, I think I have to bring up Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah.
This draft's Adam Morrison.
Yes. This guy will be exactly what we thought he was. He's going to be a great college shooter, but he's not going to be a great NBA talent.
And we were talking before the show, we were talking about Jimmer. He might actually become maybe a good NBA player if he can get into the right system.
If he gets into the right system, to me, J.J. Redick has not been a bust in the NFL draft. Hasn't been a superstar.
NBA.
Or in the NBA. Hasn't been a superstar. But he got in with an Orlando team where he's maybe the 7th guy off the bench. He's maybe the 7th guy. Comes in,
like
gives
a Jason
you some
Capono.
quality minutes. Exactly. Look at Jason Terry. Took a backup role in Dallas. Is a pretty good shooter, but not necessarily a superstar.
No.
If he gets on the right team, i.e. the Spurs, i.e. the Mavs, say he falls to the Mavs or somebody like that where he doesn't have to start right away, or Portland, I think he could have a good career. But if you're going to draft him as a face of your franchise, and you're going to stick him out there and not one, I don't see it. He's going to have to prove it to me. So, Jimmer Fredette, please, if you can, prove it to me. Prove
you know
me
what?
wrong.
I like some of the pick. Actually, I think the majority of every draft I've seen, Jimmer Fredette going 13 to the Phoenix Suns. If he can stay on that team, be a bench player.
Wouldn't be bad if they can keep Steve Nash. If they're going to keep Steve Nash for another year or two, wouldn't call it a bad pick. If they trade Steve Nash, bad pick. Bad pick.
But we'll see when the NBA draft comes around. Only one more day. Oh, I cannot wait. All right, we're gonna close the show up, and we're gonna have another show. We're actually gonna tape 2 shows today. So we're gonna have our regular talk about multi-sport show coming up later.
Yes. Don't forget to tune in for that.
Please do not. But biggest draft bust and biggest draft steals. I want to hear your biggest bust.
My biggest draft buzz happened right here with the Charlotte Bobcats, and his name was Adam. I can't play.
Hold on, wait. Oh, wait, keep talking.
Adam, I can't play Morrison.
Hold on, wait.
Do you hear that, folks? That is the applause. That just came from Time Warner Cable Arena right now.
That was the only applause
Adam
he's
Morrison
ever gotten.
was a good college shooter on a team on Gonzaga that when he got to the tournament and he had to play big boys, he got put out of the tournament because he didn't play big boys all year. You weren't going to be the next Larry Bird. I don't think we'll see another Larry Bird in our lifetime. So quit telling me that every white guy who shoots the ball is the next Larry Bird.
You know what? I just wanted to walk up to Adam Morrison and just go.
I'm not drunk, all right? I just have a speech impediment.
Come on. I'm sorry, Adam. I'm sorry.
So who would be your biggest draft bust?
Oh, I'm going to have to go back to the oh-so-famous 2003 NBA draft.
Wow.
LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. 3 of those guys were picked after Darko Milicic at number 2.
Really?
I mean, granted, he's only 18 years old now, but it's Darko. You're going to waste a number 2 pick on a 7-footer who never really showed anything in Europe?
Again, Darko Milicic. He would be a viable player if he could go to the right team, but has the face of your franchise, has your number 1 player. Don't think so.
You know what? If I was the Pistons, if I was Joe Dumars, I'd just go out there and
exactly mow it down. Just mow him down from the neck up. Just mow it down.
Oh.
There's nothing you can say about that.
So who is your draft steal? The biggest draft steal you can think of?
My draft steal would actually be a young player right now. He was picked 21 overall by the Phoenix Suns in Rajon Rondo. If you wanted a point guard of the future behind Steve Nash, you drafted Rajon Rondo, then you traded him away to the Celtics.
I mean, he's definitely a very good point guard. I mean, the clock. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to speed my pick up, unfortunately. Dirk Nowitzki, granted, he was a 9th pick overall in the first round, but he got traded to Milwaukee. Never played in Milwaukee and got traded to the Mavericks. I mean, that was a total steal altogether. That'll do it for this week. I want to throw a plug in for my buddy Nick Eamon, who has his own helmet design. He'll paint race helmets, bike helmets, whatever. Go to Facebook, Screamin' Designs at facebook.com. You can contact Nick Eamon at 605-830-0111. Tell him the Out of Bounds crew sent you, and he might cut you a deal. Take it easy.
All right, take it easy, guys. We're out.